Alright, welcome back everybody. So we are back on Minecraft, and they have the copper update that's finally came out. So what I've got installed is two things. First of all, I have the soundscapes, which you can hear, and I have the health bars add-on. So we're going to turn all of this on. We're going to jack our distance up a little bit, and we're going to submit. Okay, so we're done with that. Alright, so let's put these up here. So I hope everybody's doing well. Hope all your little endeavors are going well. Okay, so it's finally here. The day has come. Let's be real. For years, copper has been that one resource we have thousands of just sitting in our chests, collecting dust, and doing pretty much nothing other than making lightning rods. But that day ends today with the new Minecraft Copper Age update has just dropped, and it is a complete game changer. Mojang didn't just add a couple of things. They unleashed a ton of new copper content that's going to shake up everything from your first day of survival to your most complex redstone builds. So today we're going to dive into some of it. We're going to start off today by making weapons and trying to get as much copper armor as we can. Now we spawned in this mountain range right here is where we're at. So we got some trees, so we need to go ahead and get us some sticks and that kind of stuff to begin with. But let's get some dirt so we can get out here onto this tree out here and cut it all the way down, I guess, from the top to the bottom. So yeah, it's a windy day today. But anyways, so yeah, so let's see what we can get done here. Because first of all, we got to make some tools so that we can get some copper. And then, like I said, our main focus today for episode number 1 is to make all the new copper tools and copper armor that we can make. You have copper shovels, you have copper pickaxes, you have copper swords, you have a whole bunch of copper stuff that we're going to be making today. All the armor, all of that. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting here. We've waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited for copper to come out and actually have some good use in Minecraft. So you know, copper was almost useless. Like I said, you could make lightning rods out of it. It did have a good use for that. It had a couple other good uses, but nothing major. Okay, so let's make some planks. Go ahead and make a crafting table, and let's make some sticks. Alright, let's make some more planks. Alright, let's go ahead and, oh yeah, I gotta put the crafting table down. Okay, I think I never played Minecraft before, so let's click on this. Let's go ahead and what do we need? Oh, we need more planks. We need to make more planks. Okay. Alright, now let's go ahead and make this and this and this. Okay, but we're sort of in a good location here. We're you can see the health bars. You can see down here where there's mobs down there, so that means we must have a cave. Yep, this is a cave entrance right here, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. Okay, we're gonna have to be careful with that. Let's see if we can find any copper down in here. Excuse me. See if we can. I love the vibrant visuals, the water on the vibrant visuals. It looks so good. It looks more like real water. Alright, so let's go. So now we're going to be looking for stone and copper to make copper weapons with. So let's continue. Let's keep our eyes that way right there so we can see if something comes up on us. Now, like I said, the only packs I have installed right now are the health bars add-on and the soundscapes, and the reason for that is so that I know how much hearts that an enemy has, and I know when it's starting to get dark, because I'll hear the crickets start when it starts getting dark. Alright, there's copper right there, so look, we done found copper. But let's go ahead and make us a stone pickaxe real quick. So let's get that out of the way. Break this. Now, copper is in between stone and iron. So the durability, well, we'll talk about that here in a minute. Let me get a bunch of copper, and then I'll get back with y'all here. Oh, there's some iron right here, too. So let me get this iron while I'm here, and I'll get back with y'all here in a minute. All right, I'm cooking up some copper right here. Sorry it's so dark. I see that on the recording now. It ain't as dark as while I'm doing it as it is on the recording. So let me put a torch right there, kind of help y'all see some. So we've got our first copper. Can we make anything yet with the new copper? Look at this, look at this, look at this. So the very first thing we're going to make with copper right here. Well, let's see how much copper we end up getting here. Oh my goodness. Oh look, we got a copper pickaxe. Look at that. So as you can see between the stone, all right, the stone's 3 damage, the copper's 3 damage. The durability on the copper is a little bit better. We're not quite up to iron just yet, but we will be getting there. So let's see, we're getting more and more and more. Look, we can already make copper boots. That is so cool. All right, so let me get a chest put in here to put some stuff in, and I'll be right back with you when all that copper gets done cooking. All right, so we're going to look at what all we can craft right now with the copper we have. So what our plan is we're going to dive into all this copper stuff that we can make. Every single item, we're going to do everything copper you can do in the whole game. We're going to show how to oxidize it, how to unoxidize it, all of that, how to stop it from changing from one state to another. And then eventually we're going to get to where we have an automated golem storage facility, where we just put stuff in and the golems automate and do their thing. They do have copper golems that you can make on this, which is really, really cool. So we're going to start off with the tools and the armor. So let's go ahead and let's craft our very first tool that we can craft with the copper that, I need sticks that we can craft right here with the copper that we have. So let's take out our sticks. And let's go ahead and craft our very first tool. We've crafted a copper pickaxe. So now we have our pickaxe. Let's craft a copper axe right there. Okay, so see, now it's nighttime. That's why I put that soundscapes thing on here. So we can go ahead and put this stone pickaxe up and this axe up right here. We'll stick our copper in here. And I'll be back with y'all in the morning. Oh, wait a minute. Can we make a trap door or something? Let's see here. What else can we make with copper? Can we make anything else? They do have new copper torches, copper lanterns, and that kind of stuff. So we will be making some of that. Also, we will be diving into everything copper that can possibly be made. So just bear with me till in the morning, and I will be back with y'all when it gets daylight. Now we're using our copper axe. You see the durability of it is lasting longer than the stone axe lasted, or the stone pickaxe, I mean. So the durability is better. Yeah, we got mobs all around us right here, I think from that cave next to us. But yeah, so this is all I'm doing in here while we're here. It's pretty fast. I mean, the durability is better. We will go over all of that. Once it gets daylight, we'll go out and try to cut some wood with the copper axe. Show it off. We're gonna try to get some more copper to make armor with and everything. But as you can see, it's dark out here right now. So yeah, we don't want to go anywhere out here right now. So I'm just gonna hang out in here, and I'll be back with y'all here in a few minutes. Oh yeah, and as you can see, the recipes are the same. So if we go here and say we want to do a copper pickaxe, it's the same as a stone pickaxe or an iron pickaxe. So all the recipes are the same. It's just we're using copper now instead of using stone or whatever. So if you can get to where you can get the copper really quick and get away from the stone, you can get to a better armor. So you make the chest plates, the leggings, the boots, the helmet. You make them all the same way you make everything else. So the recipes have not changed for that. Excuse me. So yeah, so there's finally a use for copper. We're so excited that we have a use for copper finally, and that Mojang's actually listened to the community and stuff. So we're going to be making. So we've already got the pickaxe and the axe made. We're going to start making the shovel, and that kind of stuff. And then once we get more copper ingots, we will get in a full set of copper armor. Right now, we have no armor on. So we will get in a full set of copper armor. And that's pretty much going to be episode 1, is showing y'all all the tools that that can be made, and then all the armor that can be made, and then with episode 2, we're gonna work on the torches and the lights. The copper torches are really awesome. I've got the hiccups bad. Are really awesome, and they put off like a green glow, which is really cool. So let's see here. So we can make this. Okay. Now can we make a torch with this? We could if we had more sticks. Oh, and coal. Do we have coal? Yeah. Let's take the coal out. Take the iron out. We'll get to the iron in a few minutes here. So let's put the iron up there. Let's grab half of these and let's go ahead and make some sticks. Let's craft our first copper torch. So I'll show y'all this right here. So this is what the copper torch looks like. And then of course, like I said, we will work on making the lanterns and that kind of stuff. At some point, we just got to get more copper and stuff. So anyways, we're pretty much going to focus on tools and tools and armor today. So I'll be back with y'all here in a few minutes as soon as it gets daylight. Alright, here we go back out in the world now. We have mobs right there. We have a creeper right there. We have a creeper right there. Yeah, we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. But let's see if we can take this mob out. Oh shoot! Jump! Whoa, knocked us way down there. Woo! That was close, y'all. That was close. We'll go up there and see how much damage that thing done. Hey, look at that. Gave us a chest plate. Let's go ahead and put that on real quick. Even though it ain't much, it's better than nothing, I guess. See if we can get back up here. See what damage it caused. Okay, it didn't cause any damage to our little hidey hole here. So let's put that right there. I really don't want to deal with this other creeper down here, but let's go do it anyways. We're gonna, because we need copper, so we need to do what we got to do here. We got plenty of iron here. Oh crud! I did not mean to do that, but okay, that happened. Oh yeah, I forgot. I had started off with a starter chest. I forgot about that. I was gonna get him, try to get away from him, but I couldn't get away from him. So yeah. All right, let me find my base again, where it was at. It's over there. I see it. I see my stuff floating over there. I think it's over here. No, there it is. I see it over there. Alright, so we need to go over here and pick our stuff back up. Yeah, that was a bad deal there. But that happened. Good thing we wasn't playing hardcore. Oh look, there's emeralds right there. Cool. Keep that in mind. Let's pick all of our stuff up. I had a shield. I forgot to put my shield up, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get our shield. Did we not pick our shield up? There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and get our shield back up. Unfortunately, they didn't make copper shields. And we'll get our axe down here. Our pickaxe down here. And our sword down here. And we'll go ahead and put this plate back on right here. Okay, so we're focusing mostly on copper, but I mean, I can't leave iron sitting down here if it ain't here. I mean, I can't leave it sitting here if it's here. But let's go look for some more copper. We should be able to find copper being in these rocks and stuff. So we definitely need the coal. So let's go ahead and get it. So we will be setting up like an automated copper golem storage thing. If y'all don't know about the copper golems can store stuff for you, like make your storage automated. So they put things where you can have an organized storage system, which is really cool. So let me try to find some more copper, and then I'll get back with y'all. We'll make some more copper weapons and see about making copper armor and stuff. So I'll be back with y'all here in a little bit. So here's the first time using the copper axe. Oh, it does pretty good. It does really good, to be honest with you. So we're getting more wood here with that. Okay. Where's our other stick thing at? Right here. Alright. Alright, cool. So we got a little bit more wood. I've still not seen a whole bunch of copper. We're still looking for copper. Man, the iron though, I generally have a hard time finding iron, but iron is not going to be an issue. It figures I'd make a video about copper and iron would just be plentiful. I can't believe where this game spawned me in at. I'll give y'all the seed I'm on. If you want it, let me know. And I will give you what seed it gave me when I spawned in. So, alright, you see that 20 of 20 hearts right down there? Yeah, that's a mob down there. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably a skeleton. But we need to find more copper. Man, look at all that iron and coal and coal and coal and coal. Alright, let me try to find some more copper. Well, there's iron right there. And I will get back with y'all here in a little bit as soon as I find a bunch of copper. Alright. Well, here's the crazy thing, and this don't generally happen. This has never happened when we play in Minecraft. I'm going to have a full set of iron before I have copper. So, yeah, that's crazy. I've already got 25 ingots there, and I've got a bunch cooking here. So, we're just going to try to find more copper. That's all we can do. And I didn't realize this challenge was going to be that hard to find copper, but I'll get back with y'all here in a few minutes. Now let's find out if you can mine emeralds with a copper axe, or copper pickaxe. It does not look like it, no. So keep that in mind. You can't do that. So you'll know if you run into emeralds, you can't use a copper pickaxe on them. So yeah, now we know. So I'll be back with y'all here in a minute. I'm trying to get into this cave down here, so I'll be back with y'all here in a few minutes. Alright, daylight again. Let's head back out. Hopefully we don't get attacked this time like we did the last time. That was crazy. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I put a trap door right here. So we're going to close that. We need to go get some more wood. And we're still looking for copper. I've never known copper to be this hard to find. I wonder if they've changed the spawn rate on copper. Now, I'm not saying they did. I'm just kind of wondering that because copper used to be really, really plentiful. Hey, B. How you doing, Mr. B? Or Mrs. B? Or... Oh, crap! Great. Alright, well, that's what I get for stopping and trying to take a look at everything. Oh, my goodness. Them freaking creepers are something else. I'm telling you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Gracious. So let's see here. Let's try to get as much wood as we can get right here. I hate it when a creeper comes up behind you like that. You never even know it. That's crazy, man. I guess that's why they call them creepers, because they creep. Alright. I know people's going to say something about leaving trees floating, but I'm kind of... What's up, puppy dog? How you doing? Let me get to where I can... I know. Tell me about it. I don't have anything to feed you right now, or I would. Dog over there all upset because I ain't fed him yet. I don't have nothing to feed him, or I'd feed him. Alright, so... let's try to work our way back over here. Back over where our little creeper friend blew up at. I hear you, Mr. Kent. Look, I mean, the iron is just out of sight here. I've never seen iron this plentiful. Let me eat something first. Get our torches ready. Is there any copper in here? I don't see any right offhand. Nope. Okay, so we don't have copper in here. Alright. So let me just continue to look for copper, and I'm going to try to get a whole bunch, and then we're going to make everything we need, all the tools, all the armor, all of that. I wish they'd come out with copper shields too, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. So anyways, I'll be back with y'all. Alright, so I want to make sure that I had enough copper to do what I had to do with, so we got copper cooking here, we got copper cooking here. It literally took 4 hours to get enough copper, which is crazy. I don't remember copper being that scarce in Minecraft. But let this copper cook up, and then I'll get back with y'all. We'll make what we need to make here, and then we'll get this video over with. Alright, now we're back. Okay, I made a blast furnace, so we got stuff cooking. So let's see what all we can make now. So let's go here. So we're going to make a helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. So let's go ahead and get all these on. Alright, do we have any sticks over here? We should have sticks, okay. So let's go in here. We're going to make our first copper sword. We're going to make a copper shovel. We're going to make a copper hoe. Let me get all this worked out down here. So we have copper sword, copper shovel, copper hoe. Now there is all kinds of copper stuff that you can make. Today's episode was focusing mostly on the armor and the weapons, tools, that kind of stuff that you could make. So we've made everything right now as far as that category goes. Next, like I said, we will be focusing on the copper torches, which are right here. So we'll be making the copper torches and the copper lanterns next. On the next episode, we will focus on them. I'm also going to try to move bases somewhere else, just to be able to do a little bit better. And I'm sorry that it took so long to get all this done on this video and stuff, but sometimes that's just how it goes. And then eventually what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to make everything in here that you can possibly make copper. So all of this we will be making, including the copper golem. So stay tuned, stick around for that. We will be doing all that. Next episode, we're going to focus mainly on the copper torches and the copper lanterns. And then we will go to making copper doors, copper trap doors, copper bars. We'll make copper steps, different classes of steps, fences. They have chains somewhere. Yeah, right here. Copper chains, we'll be making them. We'll be making the different types of copper and lanterns. I'll show you how to make all of them. We'll be making copper blocks and just all kinds of stuff. So stick around for that. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. And I will catch y'all in the next one.